Welcome to the very first episode of Nerd Impact's Disinfranchised. Today we're
Hey, that's me.
today we're going to throw some wild ideas and questions, scenarios at Dissin and see what runs through the murky waters of his brain.
I don't know if I want to talk about half the things, 60%, 80% of the things that run in my murky waters.
All right, buddy. So I got a question here for you.
Shoot.
So the Batman comics are just starting out. Bill Finger comes to you and says, Mr. Dissin, we're running out of ideas for original Batman villains. We really like this idea of going off of household objects. What's a villain you can create for us?
All right.
Household objects, sports paraphernalia, anything goofy. Think of some of the crazy villains: Condiment King, Egghead, Kite Man.
All right. Hold on. The Britta. Mr. Britta. Doc. No, wait. All Batman's villains are doctors. They all have doctorates.
Except for Mr. Freeze, who actually has a doctorate.
Yeah, I was going to say, he should be forever known as Dr. Freeze. But we have Doc Britta. And what he does, he has a special gun that filters all the water from a person's blood. Filters all the blood cells out of a person's body.
Does it make it purified drinking water?
Absolutely. So, and his motivation is that growing up, there was a lot of lead in his tap water, and his grandmother died of lead poisoning. So now he wants to take revenge on Gotham by filtering all of their blood into pure drinking water.
So,
I got nothing else for Doc Britta.
what's his what's his arsenal look like? What's his costume look like?
He carries around a pitcher of of sulfuric acid that he throws on his victims, as well as kind of like one of the Ghostbusters packs, except it's like a giant water filter that he has like a suction hose, and he sucks up, like he just shoves it into people and sucks their innards out, or like after he dumps his pitcher of acid on them, just kind of like hoses them up, and turns them into pure drinking water.
Nice.
He also has throwing filters. They don't do anything, but they're hard and they kind of hurt when they hit you. He gets the jump on Damian Wayne that way. I imagine his run would last probably about 2 issues. After which he is killed in his own machine, only to return, and I'd say 10 to 15 years of comics later, as like a more monstrous mechanized version called the Purifier. In which case, he'd be like a doomsday device. He was a doomsday device that went rogue after using time travel during the Flashpoint paradox. Turns out the Purifier was kind of sent through the Speed Force and ended up like millions of years in the past, and he soaked up and sucked up all the moisture from the Ice Age and dried out the Sahara Desert. And then he used such he used water power to propel himself back into the future.
Nice. So now that you helped out Bill Finger, he's throwing your name around a little bit, and the guys over at the island, Jurassic World, they're in a bit of a predicament, and they need you to be a bit of a they need your advice. So now that we have no dinosaurs left on the island, and we have a lot of investors who are really relying on this park being successful, we have all this genetic bioengineering technology. What do you do after dinosaurs? What's the next big biological attraction for the artist formerly known as Jurassic World?
Well, the first thing they should do is close. Declare the whole thing a failure, as it's been time and time again.
Well, they've already done that, but they want to utilize all the technology they have to create a new biological attraction unrelated to dinosaurs. What's the next go-to?
I think... Let me think. You have all this technology. You can clone, you can splice, you can just engineer straight up new life. I'm thinking actual biblical angels. Like the scary looking ones. Like engineer a wheel covered in infinite eyes. And just let it loose. There is also... God, I am not smart today. Or any day. Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man?
That's all I want. That is all that should be in the park, is Pepsi Man.
What is a Pepsi Man?
It's Pepsi Man. Do I need to show you Pepsi Man? Do you not know Pepsi Man?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I assume
good
this is
God.
something you were making up.
No, I am not making this up. I want to see a real Pepsi Man. Images. Oh, wow, there's like a comic book version of Pepsi Man. That is... I want them to engineer that. I don't know what it does. I just know if I was walking down a dark alley and I saw that on the other end of the alley, I would die immediately. I would give it no chance.
What about... So would it just be Pepsi Man, or would you incorporate other soft drink mascots?
No, just Pepsi Man. Well, the other ones would be around, especially due to the chief engineer behind this, Dr. Hubert Pepper. And then Mr. Fizz. And I don't know, the Dennis Nedry of the group, RC Cola. Um, there would be other engineered mascots, but much like the Indominus Rex, Pepsi Man would have killed and eaten all of them.
Even the Kool-Aid Man?
Pepsi Man. What's
Even
that?
the Kool-Aid Man?
Kool-Aid Man could not burst through that wall. Pepsi Man's just running straight towards him, and he's all like, "Oh no!"
He goes to burst through the wall, and there's just these Pepsi scratches on the wall.
Exactly. Just scratches and like Pepsi logos. And they defeat the Pepsi Man at the end by drowning him in rum and then drinking him. And everyone just kind of going like, it's good enough. Just like the last two Jurassic Park movies.
So, you know what's always been strange to me? Transformers don't wear clothes. What if they did? What are 5 Transformers and the styles you think they would wear?
Okay, Optimus Prime. Do you remember Fred from Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
That's how Optimus Prime would dress. He would dress in like a fitting white long sleeve shirt and have like kind of a douchey ascot on. And he would still be like himself, but like everyone behind his back would be like, "Oh God, this guy is such a jerk off." RC, now she would be like thought chic. Like, she would show a lot of chest, a lot of midriff showing, but, like, at the same time, like, no one's able to sleep with her. Like, she is actually saving it for marriage. I'd say, Hot Rod. Hot Rod he would just try too hard. Like, he would wear, like, a collar and, like, really edgy stuff. He'd, like, wear a Slipknot shirt. But, like, would never listen to them. Like, he doesn't actually like Slipknot. He just wants people to think he's really dark and edgy and cool. Megatron unironically wears turtlenecks. And Starscream wears skinny jeans, and like has like the flat rimmed cap. He's totally like one of those dudes that you would see we don't see him at our age, and they exist more of a contemporary thing. I think that's 5. I don't know. I don't know numbers and I don't count.
So this next one, I need to give you some parameters here. So we've both worked in the restaurant industry, and I think we can agree the host / if you had to cast superheroes, or comic book characters, the host / busboy would probably be the superhero, the server would be the villain, and the line cook would be the anti-hero. Do you agree with that assessment? That's not the question yet.
Yeah, I guess I can go with that. I would have said, like, maybe like, I'll go with those parameters. Let's go with those.
All right. So you have a restaurant, you're being seated. Who's seating you? And who's seating you / bussing your table? Who's serving you? Who's on the line?
Okay. I'm being sat by Spider-Man. Peter Parker Spider-Man. Since that dude has a hard time getting any job and or holding a job, busing is going to be... But
Well, I was thinking he'd be sitting and bussing you, since that's the way we used to operate.
That's fine. He'd be good at both. Well, especially the busing part, because he's socially awkward.
And sometimes he has 6 arms, depending on the.
Yeah, sometimes. taking my order. Now, is this also the bartender?
Could be.
Or is the okay. Well, if the server and bartender are the same person, it's Victor Von Doom. If they are separate people, then the bartender is still Von Doom, and the waiter would be Eric Killmonger. And he always ends up getting like 50% tips just for being so damn charismatic. And working the line is absolutely, without a doubt, the Punisher. Oh, he'd be I know the Punisher can get really angry really fast. So I'm just imagining him, like, when they get, like, a refire. Like, oh, we need this cooked up. They wanted it medium. It is medium! You know, that kind of thing. The manager is J. Jonah Jameson.
Nice. And is it as played by the great?
J.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to think of like other positions there. Dishwasher. The dishwasher would be Thanos. Would be the dishwasher. What else we got?
I'm pretty sure at Longhorn we had a few Thanos as the dishwasher.
Yeah, but like different interpretations of Thanos.
We don't need to say any names, but I'm pretty sure we can both remember there was at least one that would have wanted to snap half of existence or half of the restaurant away.
Yeah, probably. Oh, well, we missed you, Shannon. Oh, yeah, sorry, we weren't saying names. Honestly, that's the only one I remember. Anyway. Hit me with another one.
All right, I think I did 4 so far, right?
I think
I got one more for you. So, the Ninja Turtles are missing, but the city of New York, especially all the delivery, all the pizza shops, need protection. So we've recruited from the time stream the 4 Renaissance artists that the Ninja Turtles were named after.
I'm listening.
What are their weapons, and how would you train them in their respective disciplines? What fighting styles would you give them?
Okay, so for Leonardo da Vinci, he would be trained in a crab-based martial art.
Crab-based?
Yes. That way he can call himself Leonardo da Vinci. I can't take credit for that exact name, but it popped into my head. So you have Leonardo da Vinci. Michelangelo would be trained in like Tai Chi. Like he would like kind of a mixture between Tai Chi and like Taekwondo. And his weapon of choice would be a ladder. Because, you know, I'm thinking like he had to get up pretty high to do that one famous painting.
You talking about the Sistine Chapel?
Yeah, that one. The one where, you know, where like the Pope was like, yeah, we can't pay you your asking price. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to put a bunch of dicks all over your church. And he did. So Raphael, now we're moving into Renaissance artists that I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to. I know Da
Do your
Vinci.
best. This is all about the
well,
mind of Dissin.
Yeah, Raphael would his training would be gun fu, and his weapon of choice would just be a Glock, just like a standard issue handgun, and he shoots to kill. He never forgets to murder. Donatello is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just because I think it's a really well-rounded martial art. He would use no weapon. In fact, in my headcanon, he's blind. So he'd be like a blind ninja. And he advocates for peace in all things. Until the love of his life, April O'Neil, is killed. It's going to happen in like issue 3 or 4. And he would also spearhead the technological advancements that would eventually bring the Turtles back. As well as what's hockey dude's name? It's not Casey Anthony.
Casey Jones.
Casey. Yeah, sorry. He plays hockey. He doesn't dunk his children. And am I missing anyone? How many turtles are there?
4.
There's 4 turtles. Yeah, I think I got them all.
Okay, but what if Rocksteady and Bebop went missing as well, and Krang? So now Splinter, with for whatever reason, who also has access to the time stream, has to pull out 3 historical figures to replace them.
All right. To replace Bebop and Rocksteady, he would use Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. To replace Krang, he. I'm thinking Hitler. But like Master Shredder would be so torn up, his heart would be shredded by losing Krang, that he would just mush Hitler down into a mush and shove him in that big body. And then the body would just fall over because Hitler can't be mushed.
So just be a gory, bloody mess in a mechanical body.
Yeah, I mean, literally no one else is going to be upset when this happens. No one's going to be upset when it happens. But they are just going to be like, holy shit, Shredder. And Shredder will be played by Jet Li.
All right, bud. Well, I think that's it for our first episode of Dissinfranchised.
I feel like this franchise is disenfranchised.
So we will, the rest of our team, you're supposed to be Jim Carrey? The rest of our team will come up with plenty more goofy off-the-wall questions to ask Dissin, and I'm sure he will have even more goofy, more off-the-wall answers. Anyway,
you can cut that.
Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. And go over to our Facebook and like, comment, and subscribe there as well. And stay tuned for more material from Nerd Impact, Disenfranchised, as well as our new news channel, Nerd Impact's Incoming Weekly. So check us out. And
stay nerdy.